What I want to talk about right now is ozonated oil. Quite honestly, personally, I love ozonated oil. I use it every single day. I wouldn't have this beautiful shine if it wasn't for the ozone oil. For kind of a cosmetic use, ozone oil can actually be utilized on the face, on the skin, for acne as a purpose, but even just for what we want to call like beautification. I don't like the term anti-aging, but ozone oil in of itself can help actually mitigate, reduce inflammation. It can also help to increase a natural collagen production. When you apply it, you definitely want to rub it in very, very well. And I'm not joking, I actually use this every single day. After I shave down here, I actually apply it right here. It's actually helped to get rid of those kind of hair bumps or even ingrown hairs. I don't really get that anymore. I put it on top of my head because this is a solar panel that the sun's hitting all the time. And I put this on and it's helped me with my sunburns. Even with our kids, I utilize this. If they get a little cut, so for wound healing, it actually works very, very well. So if my kids get bug bites, if they get cuts, if they get sunburn, I will put ozone oil on those areas to actually help to expedite the healing process, to reduce the inflammation, and help them to recover faster from those ailments. There is also antibacterial, antipathogenic effects specifically with ozone oil. So again, that's why open wounds, and it works so well specifically for that. I love this stuff, and if you're not using it, I definitely think that you should. What we're going to be talking about in this video is ozone therapy, but I want to make a disclaimer first and foremost that this is not an FDA-approved therapy. You always want to speak with your physician first before starting any new therapies, and these treatments and these modalities and therapies are not here to treat, cure, or prevent any sort of disease. The information that we're providing today is for educational purposes only. Ozone oil actually works very, very well for things like diabetic ulcers. For non-healing wounds, something that's been there for a prolonged period of time. You know, when traditional methods aren't necessarily working, again, you can consult your physician, but what I've actually seen for open wounds that aren't healing well, utilizing ozone oil works tremendously well because of the antipathogenic effects. It also helps, ozone by nature also helps with circulation, increasing microcirculation. So it actually is going to get more blood there, which is actually going to help the healing process. The antipathogen effects works in a sense like even a protective barrier. So it's going to help to kill off anything that's growing or being in that wound. So the collagen effects, again, it helps to increase collagen production. So again, elasticity, skin, protective barriers, ozone oil helps tremendously with that. You're dealing with something like with a diabetic ulcer or a more open wound that's pretty chronic, you're going to want to utilize ozone oil quite often. In fact, I would probably recommend it at least 3 times a day. You can drop it in. I know you don't want to rub those areas, but definitely rub around the wound, but make sure that you're dripping it directly in there. So again, at least 3 times a day. You want to check out the link below because we do have protocols for frequency and information there. For cosmetic purposes, you don't necessarily have to do it 3 times a day. You can if you'd like, depends on the results that you want. But even if you're doing it in the morning and at night, every single day, that's what I do. That's how I got all of this awesomeness, this nice shiny head and this beautiful skin down here. You can have that too. But anyway, check out the protocols below, the frequency, the dosages. But again, this is something that I'm a huge advocate for with ozone oils. And I know you'll love it too.